Greetings, this is Amon K. Rahh, Grandmaster of Mantis Kempo Karate and published author, businessman, entrepreneur, husband, father, grandfather. Those are the things that I basically am. Amateur pirate being. Today's show is just working the chat. There's no real subject matter. Youngton again. I'm just going to be on here briefly, discuss a couple of things, keep you guys updated, and then we're going to have a nice. I want to know if you guys have heard about the NBA investing in an African league. The National Basketball Association is partnering with FIBA, and they're going to have a 10-team league throughout Africa as part of the side part of NBA. It's something that the NBA has been looking into for a long time, and they finally decided the African countries couldn't hold back, and they just started to bring out the news. And indeed, you'll be watching some NBA games in Africa, and this is just another reason for they're becoming less and less reasons for you to be in the United States, because I mean, NFL games is a big thing, and now we're gonna have them in Africa, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna see some retired NBA stars or other stars coming into the African League some kind of way in the future. Dangerous Deli. Hi, this is Kenyatta Todd. Oh, how are you, man? Kenyatta Todd, I know you. You're in Kempo, right? I think so. So I wanted to know if you had heard about that. And tell me what you think about it. Definitely the league could expand far greater than what's in the United States. That's for sure. And it's probably going to do that. So, like I said, we're just going to open up the. You didn't hear about it. Okay, well, it's all over the news. And here in Africa, the NBA is coming to Africa. They're building a new basketball stadium in Rwanda, and they're anticipating the first games to start in January 2020. So I don't know why you guys have not heard that. I want to give out a shout out to Deron Tate, Ashley Lauren, and my brother Chris Hamilton for the latest support they have sent for our channel. Brian Gully, I don't know if I mentioned you there. Definitely got to thank you. You guys, all of you guys are consistent supporters, and you just don't know how much I appreciate that. Just a few dollars every once in a while keeps my motivation going. If we had 5 more people like you guys, I would turn this into an income and fit it into my full schedule. I don't know what would happen, but if I was getting like, I would say 15,000 shillings per month, definitely that's an income. And I have played around with the idea. Really, I'm just doing this on the side. And I don't know how the support will go one way or the other from show to show. The other day we had no support. And then the next thing you know, you get 3-4 people to support the show. I don't know. I'm thinking like the times I'm giving out the shows is probably not good. Like today is on a Sunday, so I don't see like we have a lot of people. But I want to try this again tomorrow. Tina Jackson, I'm ready to go to Africa. I am so done here in America. Yeah, my sister, and that's what we're trying to help guide you on. You know, you seen this video with Kirk Douglas. It's not black people that's having the problem only. Yeah? It is also America in general. And I'm gonna say this on the video so you can hear from me first. The problem with America is the Senate. The Senate gotta change. It's too it's too white. With old white people that just get elected after elected. And you know, when you watch this video by Michael Douglas, clearly he's not saying the Senate gotta go, but you heard it from me. The Senate gotta go. Some kind of way, them old white men gotta get out of there, and it better represent the people, in my opinion. So this is gonna be my last video because I done said this. You just know you guys can download this one and remember what I have said, because I'm damn sure not gonna speak heavily on it because that's the fact. You know me for getting right to the real. All you gotta do, get rid of those 96 to 97 senators that are in the Senate and been there for 30 and 40 years. I have never felt home in America. Well, you damn sure gonna feel home when you come to Africa. I can guarantee you that. You just get up yourself over here and just take a seat. It's like we're having a trip in April 2020. I'm trying desperately to keep the price very reasonable. A basic Kenya exploratory 10-day trip, which is going to connect you with all types of businesses and you get the first hand. It's not like you're going to come here and go tour and watch the animals. You can do that too, because many of you probably want to overstay your visit. But for the first 10 days, you're going to have some free days, and then you're going to have some serious discussions and ability to talk directly to Kenyans, Kenyan policemen, Kenyan government officials, Kenyan businessmen. I have them all lined up. And you better touch them, shake their hand, laugh with them, drink with them. Hold on this trip. A very productive trip. You're gonna know Kenya when you finish this trip, and all at the amazing low price. Never seen nothing like this in your life. This much money. Food, hotel, and round trip ticket. Boom. That's how much. No, okay, I can't now guarantee that right now because we're still doing the negotiations. It may be even lower. Now, we already got 3 of you guys from the groups that have signed up for the registration fee up. And you need to go to the group site if you're really serious and you really want, because you can't just come and say, I'm tired of America, and then you don't do no action. You know, you need to go to this website, group site on Facebook. And read the comments, read what's happening, see the people that's already going, signed up. There's 2-part tour. There's there's the Kenya exploratory trip and the martial art trip with my instructor, Mr. Muhammad. You're all gonna be part of the same collective group as far as making savings. Now there are shows. There's like the one with I think it's Phil. I think they was paying $4,000 to come for the 2 weeks. And I'll say you don't need no 2 weeks. You know, you just need them 10 good days, solid working. To and you can get it all in. Dangerous Dolly. Yeah, that's a great price, and it's a one in a lifetime offer because we're using one trip to help subsidize the other trip. Now we're expecting 6 more of you out there in the chat lines to say, "Hey, April 2020, I only need $2,000, and I'm set. Give me some pocket money, and I'm all taken care of." Yes, you know how I do, or you don't. Some of you don't know how I do it, but that's how we do it. You say, "Oh, this is a low budget trip. You're gonna put us in a cheap hotel." I doubt highly that you will see the hotel as cheap because I'm making some good plans. Now, it may not be the Hilton Hotel, or then again, it may be the Hilton Hotel. But depending on if guys are cool with double occupancy in a room, then, but it's definitely going to be something that's nice and in the middle of town. So everything you go, everywhere we go, has got a central location in town. So of Nairobi, and then a train ride for 3-4 days in Mombasa, the most visited tourist town in East Africa. Beautiful beaches, wonderful people, great nightlife, just the kickback atmosphere. Walk around, have a great time. And I'm gonna put you in Mombasa on the perfect days for you to be there. Why am I doing that? Because I've been here 22 years. I know. I have done this before, so it's not like many times. So it's not like I haven't had people come here. But this is the first time that we're talking about a group like of this type of people, where you just, you're not my friend, and you just want to come on the trip and learn more about Kenya and learn more about Africa and get that out the way. Get that out the way. You don't know where to go. You've never been to Africa before. You don't know nobody. You know me. You can check my credentials and you'll see. You're going to be there. And you're going to bring Mr. Private Ben. David is going to come too. Lindsey Graham and Oville under Baker have to go. Well, I think like 90 of them have to go, Mr. Private Ben. We really need to, what happens in the revolution? All the people in office, they don't get to stay. He's saying like people gonna come and kill, blood fight, then put the sanctions back in. No, they fighting to get rid of them. It's just that right now the people don't understand where the bottleneck is, and that's where it's at. You see? David Champagne, why are you so against Ghana? You should be encouraging immigration by African Americans to all African nations. Okay, you're saying, why am I so against? That's extremes. You're talking in extremes. You're talking from something that you heard in the past, maybe from somebody else, or you read something I said and it scared you. Because ain't nobody said nothing about against Ghana. And I done said it like 1,000 times. I ain't against Ghana. I'm saying Ghana is not the best choice for Black Americans' first visit to modern Africa. Now, if that's hating on Ghana, I'm guilty, bro. Sue me. But if you really sit down and look at it, if you've never been to Kenya, then you don't know. You don't have no right to tell me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. It's about the white people in America, but the Black people do not want to unite in America. We are too divided. You're divided, not only by Blacks are divided, but whites are also divided. You see, the country is run by the elite, and then you heard this 1,000 times, but it's just basically true. It's not just Black people that's having an issue with America. I mean, for the first time in American history, the life expectancy of an American is going down. Meanwhile, in Kenya and other African countries, the life expectancy is improving. So what that's telling you? You're stressed. There's a lot of poisons in all around, a lot of landmines you can sprawl on, and the judicial system is just taking us for a long, haul ride. and we're just accepting it because we don't think that we have an alternative. You still think you're in the best country in the world. You, as black people, you have a choice. You have a choice of modern Africa, but you've been not seeing how that can work because you don't. You for all these many decades, you didn't have no clue about Africa. You don't know nobody in Africa. But I'm gonna change all that because once you come here and meet people, like I said in my book, 2005, Black Man's Guide to Moving, Visiting, and Doing Business in Modern Africa. I told you clearly in that book, you on Facebook, get African friends. Even our chat line here has Africans in it and Kenyans. All you got to do is let down your guard and say, hey, tell them you are Kenyan? Good. Tell me about Kenya. They'll be happy to explain it to you. You will start to feel closer to them. You start asking questions back and forth. And then you tell him, can you add me some of your Kenyan friends to my Facebook account? Give me some friends that's Kenyan, that you recommend. And then next thing you know, you got all these people in the friend request area saying, hey, don't know you, but if you want to have some Kenyan friends, here we are. Now you think that the Kenyan is gonna ask you for money. That's all you think the African gonna sit there and say, now this Black American, I gotta figure out a way how to treat them. And you see, and they talk to you, and in the back of your corrupted mind, you think that they need you, as if you got something to offer them besides the exchange rate money coming from America, which is very limited. You must understand, the modern Kenyan can go for that, humbleness up to a point. But then the reality gotta fit into place, brother. These people got their own government, got their own land, got their own military, got their own stock market, got their own, you see. And black people in America don't have none of that. And if you try to create it, history shows that they wipe you out. Burn down your city and make a mass grave and stick you in there. History is showing that over and over again. And they're hiding that history, trying to hide it, but they can't hide it. So they got to put it in a documentary. Documentaries are not history, my friend. So they'll come and put the documentary, they'll say, they'll show you all the bad parts that that was there, but then they hide all the other parts of it where after those people were murdered and killed and driven off their land, some white real estate agency came in and started auctioning off the parcels of land that belonged to black people that they had murdered off, and then sold it all to white people, including the oil well. If the CA 007, you got many African friends. Are you saying that you are in Africa or are you in the United States? Because friends won't let you fall. And black people are the product of their environment. So when you talk about we won't unite, you can't unite if you don't have money. In their experience, don't try to get money from his parents. Him nice studio and everything, but at the end of the day, that shit don't pay off. Don't pay the bills. Look at $1 million up from black people. Can't even get $1 million for his school. Still gotta ask for money. I'm dumb. I have already talked about that. I've said, how in the hell you gonna produce, Dr. Umar, how you gonna produce conscious brothers out of this school? They're gonna have all the history right. You're gonna have all the financial, and then when they graduate, then what? What they gonna do with that black consciousness? They gonna go spread it? No, they're gonna be pumped and dropped into a society that is ignorant. And when they start talking about the black people did this, we did the ones, we did ABC, the people around them ain't gonna have it. Damn sure ain't gonna have it on the job because the job has got multiple different races working there. So that black stuff not gonna go fly. So what they gonna do with all that black education? Then what they gonna do? Nothing. They gonna put it to the quiet, pick up them a black American name somewhere, and then go get for them jobs. And then damn sure gonna put it in small letters that they went to Frederick Douglass high school. It's a hindrance in America to educate black people in black countries. They don't give them no money, and money is the bottom line. Money is the bottom line. I have told you guys that, and I'm telling you again. All this blah, 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 all this African nonsense, all this black. I'm gonna show all these shows, all get closer to. It all come down to the money. America knows this, and that's why they're producing all this money to keep you there. But at the end of the day, that thing gonna change. I have lived there for many years. I am in America now, working on some things, but leaving again soon. Now, CA 007, you work on some things, but you see, it's all about money. Tell me I'm lying. You wouldn't be there if you wasn't making money, but you see, like somehow that money kind of thing is like stuttering and stopping, and you're not getting exactly what you want, and then you find yourself in a Ferris wheel, like a rat race, trying to get the little, you end up like got 3 different jobs, and you're making so much money, but then you went out with a credit card one night, and now you got bills. You get caught up in American life. It's only sex at the club, drinking, some little drugs, women, not women. That's the kind of life that you gotta go to in order to enjoy having money in America. You were sitting there at the bowling alley with like $50,000 in your wallet, like $6,000 in your wallet that you just got from some lucky deal or job or something. You squirming. That people bought the ball, and you thinking like, I can do this, and I can go here, and all of a sudden it pop in your mind. That chick I saw one day working at that restaurant. Now I got money, and now I got confidence. I can get her. And there you go. David, I'm asking you. I have not been to Ghana. Have you been to Kenya? Okay, that's the thing. Have you done the research on Kenya the way I have done the research on Ghana? I have had people in Ghana come to Kenya on my invitation, and I've interviewed them. I just didn't fly there. Okay? So don't ask me about, have I been to Ghana? Tell me about the economic business opportunities in Ghana right now. Stop beating around the bush. African Americans that got land, what they gonna do on the land? If there ain't no people around with money working around things with land, David, you can either farm it, which that limits the amount of money you can make on it right there, or you can rent it out. They can put some stalls there, make some things, or put you can't even put a house as a liability. So you put a house there, that's not making money, that's taking money. Okay? I'm here to tell you. Because if you're just in Ghana, you don't know that kind of expense. You might be in Nigeria, but it's chaotic in Nigeria. You go to somewhere like, I guess you have to go to Cape Town. You can't go to Zimbabwe anymore, but you gotta go somewhere like, somewhere where they got a vibrant city. Expands out, millions of people in that city. Where is that? The basic place I only know is Nairobi in East Africa. Don't tell me that. What they gonna do there? And if they got land, and if a foreigner got land in Ghana, and he wants to do a business and put a business on the manufacturing business on that land, he still got to partner with a Ghanaian and pay him in order to be able to do that. If a foreign, because I done did the research, and all these things I have not been talking about, but tell me if I'm wrong. in Ghana. They're gonna tell you it's because these people take advantage of you. But goddamn, you know what I'm saying? The government got their eye on you. They want you. Got plenty of land there that's outside of Accra where people buy a plot and there's nothing done to the plot. Land is not money in itself. You must do something with the land. Hell, when America got all that land in America, what did they do? Did they just sit there and the cotton grew? No, they had to bring slaves all the way into America to make them pick their cotton and plant their cotton. That's how they make money. And they didn't make enough money that they wanted to share it with the Africans. They didn't pay them no paycheck. And all of that. So I challenge you, David, take a picture, go watch a YouTube video of downtown Accra and look at the people that's walking on the street. Then go take a video of downtown Nairobi, look how many people is on the street. And you're gonna tell me that every one of those people don't got a wallet and a purse? They going somewhere, they busy, money is circulating. I'm here to tell you, I'm here to inform you that what you talking about is like, what can I say? It's like San Pedro, California versus Los Angeles, California. Now you need to get a job. Well, you're gonna open up the San Pedro Weekly, and it's gonna have like what 10 jobs. But you're gonna open up the Los Angeles Times, and you're gonna see many jobs in the city. And that's what I'm trying to tell you about Kenya. You should not go to a country that's too small to generate opportunities for you and your children. Now, I'm a master debater. I don't even bother to do that with people anymore. But you see, you keep on typing that, and I know you're gonna ignore what I'm saying and then start attacking me. Why you? And that's not even the facts. You see, I'm talking to you about Ghana. I'm not saying why, David, are you harassing me? I'm not saying nothing like that. I'm spitting out the facts for you to go Google and see for yourself. I know you love your country. That's obvious, but you don't get the right to come talking shit to me for me telling you the truth that you're not even really ready to debate. You're ready to switch it over and shoot the messenger. Been had that done many times, wasting my time. So I don't know if you left. I'm in the San Francisco Bay area. I could spend less and live better in Kenya. If you in San Francisco, I know you paying some money down there. But anyway, if you getting a check and you can put that check in the bank, got a debit card, you can fly over to Africa and take that money out in Africa, and it's going to give you the exchange rate benefits. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to see no white people holding hands, male and female, male and male holding hands and things like that all through San Francisco. So, you just see your people. Come dangerous Dally. I hope you black, but that's the point. Kofi Newton couples production. Once Economist got to Kenya and Nigeria, it made a killing. Economist by Strive Malaysia made it in Kenya. There's a lot of things happening. They're dropping the visa borders, and we're seeing that. Dave, in other words, stop. I'll put that out there. Where are my administrators? Or I have to put them, reset them every time. Anyway, yeah, Kenya is a good place for diaspora Africans to live and invest, but I think there should be some opportunities in Ghana as well. I think so too. And they probably be shipping over to Ghana. Let me go to Kenya. Let me look around. They don't have that kind of money. They are one time. You see? I mean, go look at some of the live concerts in Kenya. Musicians and artists are making a killing. They're coming over here from America and performing, going back. Look at some of these preachers too. They also coming over here preaching, and then they using 2 trucks to carry all them cash outside the country. I was at the Alexander base. You are right. You can live 10 times better. Amen, sister. Chris Hamilton, there you are. You know, I said thank you for the support, bro, earlier in the show. So you have to watch it. We're just here chatting. And then, in fact, you see Chris Hamilton, GT Realist Hamilton, that's why I'm online now. Because the guy supported the channel just like that. And I feel so great. I said, okay, I've not been feeling well lately, but that just inspires me. And my kids didn't bring me lunch. I'm hungry. I'm ready to go home. And but I said, let me just do this because people are supporting the channel. I'm Chris Hamilton. Hamilton, thank you. The CA007. I'm in America working on a trade deal with my African brothers. All the best, bro. All the best. And you know, we work hard all the day, but then at the end of the day, we got to come home to our wife and children or our family. Or the reason why we make money is not to be spending it on a local car, new car and bling bling, but to support our children and let them see that we can give them a better life than we had when we came. And that's possible in Africa, but nowadays it's not possible in America. Africa is full of opportunities, but Kenya has been my destiny since I was born. Amen, my sister. Come on now. GM, I presently pay $6,400 on just property taxes. That's why I'm preparing to go to Kenya. You see, you know, your story is not unique. Taxes in America is killing us. And then it's for what? You know what I mean? Freezing weather half the time. For what? Always got to watch your back. You know, for what? People are professional suers. They just go around and try to find ways to sue people. Some of you got these letters in the mail and things like that. They talk about they're gonna sue you. You know, I'm here in Kenya. I told you they played a video in the background with some music, and these people who in the U.S. talk about copyright infringement because the music is playing in the background. They recognize the song. Damn! I'm waiting. They're gonna send me another letter. You know, like, you know, you gotta pay $50,000 for that. You know. I'm like, okay, I delete the video. No, it's too late. People have already seen it. How many people? Well, you had 200 views on that video. So how much I owe you? Oh, you owe me like $20,000. You see how much sense that makes? It's the same like child support. How you just gonna be the judge and then your dad tell me you gonna make me pay? And I can't have no power over what school my kids go to. I mean, look at Diamond Dash, millions. Look at these blacks. They're paying millions in child support. It's like it's a silly thing. And how you gonna let the government just intrude into your life like that? But you in America, you believe you're a black person, and that's what they do. You know, I mean, at one point, how much do $1 million a month support a child? I mean, how can a child spend $1 million a month? They're just taking the money out your ass and you falling for it. I mean, how many books, how many clothes, every month $1 million coming in, bing, 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 so the child can be in a certain lifestyle. Now, what kind of lifestyle? That somebody paid me $1 million a month and I'm gonna have to keep my child. I mean, he got to be like going to school in a helicopter and private jet in the morning, you know. Come on. That's ridiculous, and we in America fall for it because of the continual bombardment of that America pussy. Like that's okay. They put a few reality shows on TV and showing you people like Diamond Dad going for it. Okay, I'm gonna pay, and then you foolish. I've had over 8 different businesses in my lifetime with no success because the Caucasian community would not use my services to support me. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Our population numbers are going down. Have you seen white people come into your store? Have you? You know, they got a rule. They not gonna patronize us. If I had a liquor store on the 155th Street. And a white person come in and talk about buying shit, I'd be like, that's a damn lie. But brother, what you want? You know, no, this is a trick. The white person, no, I just want this bag of potato chips and this soda. I'm like, no, motherfucker, take it and go. You ain't got to pay for it because this is that ain't right. Well, a white person, where you come from? Oh, this passerby. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. It. They not, go to your local Popeye chicken place. There ain't no poor white people there, but that white people ain't. I mean, not Popeye chicken place, but your own black-owned business. Open up your art gallery or something like. See if they're gonna come. They ain't coming. Yeah. If you start making money, they're gonna put the same shop up in the mall. Take you out. They doing it all the time. It's just not put in the news. So yeah, I got about 8 different businesses. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No, that's house. Okay, you can't look at this sheet. But anyway, I've got the computer lab business. I got the CC Gate business. I've got the connection concept business. I work with ASKL, African Sport Karate League, and the Kenya Kempo Federation, and my own mama. And I walk through a sheet. I ain't go quickly. I walk through a sheet like this, and then I can write it in each court. What did I do for this one? What did I do for that? Because you got to feed these beasts. You can't just have no income talking about this is going to pay you money and you don't work on it. You got to keep on feeding it. So 8 different businesses you busy. You can't just be like that. You just gonna walk in and give you money. No, you gotta be. You gotta buy the stock. You got to, stock them shelves. You got to watch out for your employees. You got, it's each job don't just give out money for free. You gotta keep on feeding into it. If you a service, you're gonna have to buy the food. Like if it's a restaurant, you're gonna have to buy the food. You're gonna have to make sure the food's cooked properly. You're gonna have to make your customers satisfied, happy. If it's a product, you got to make sure you keep on stocking. You got to make sure that they put your product somewhere where people can see it at the store. It's just like madness. So tell me about it. Trust me, I know. But then you come on over to Africa, but do your due diligence. Yeah, due diligence. Yeah, or see me and I'm going to tell you what can work, what can't work, what mistakes you might want to make if you try to come out here and try to impress people with some American concept that just doesn't work. I'm telling you, you just got to see where there's a niche, get your finger in there and just hold it until you get your hand in there, then you get your arm in there, and that takes years. Sorry to tell you. Just don't go. People would have to be running around dropping money on the ground everywhere for you to come with a business adventure where it just starts booming and everywhere you go, there's money. That would mean on the streets, people would have to be throwing money literally away. This is not the African. He's too conservative. He ain't going to do that. So get that out your mind that you're going to come here and you're going to have a business that's going to boom right away. Is the American mindset. Rush now, everything got to happen now. Africa is more laid back. It takes over time. My CC Gate program, I'm crying to say, it came online in 2012, and I'm still here today. It's going to be 2020 when it's just now being able to expand to different schools. All those years, and I got it. You can go to the website and look at the latest news and see all kind of little trivial things that have been happening with the site over the years. And it's the journey. It's not the destination. I just want to open up an internet cafe. Okay, internet cafes, bro, they're not really happening now because everybody got cell phones. And what made the internet cafes strive back in 2012 and 2011, come in and log on to their Facebook account and their Twitter account and app. Nowadays, the mobile phone and smartphones got program on their phones, so there's no real service there. I was part owner of a internet cyber cafe, and what they gonna do? It would be an entertainment part, but like I said, Africans are conservative, so those machines lay empty most hours of the day because people had their smartphones. So instead of giving them a computer that they can log in on and do it, cybercafes now just give out band space, network, connect them to the network on their phone, and then they pay like 30 bulb, and then they can surf using the cyber's internet. Now, hold on a second, because in Nairobi, there's a place where they got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different internet cafes, and they all making money. And but they've been, some of these, like one of them, they got like giant screens, very sophisticated. Everything is new, and strong internet, and comfortable chairs, pretty professional. You go there, it's like wow. And people do go there and use that service at 2 shillings per minute. And I went there one day when I had some free time, and I was just kind of kill time, and I spent like 500 shillings on some hours with the damn thing. So that's in Nairobi. This other cafe I'm talking about is in Mombasa. So in Nairobi, you need to come and see the places, and then you get to understand. I'm sorry. I mean, you can open up a cafe. It can make money. But you need to come and check them out firsthand. I think because we have been violated so much by these Caucasians, most Africans in the diaspora get sensitive about their prospects and survival in Africa, mostly Ghana an option because they've been invited. It's over. Your return is almost over, and Ghana made $785 million. I just saw a video where they started interviewing all the people that was around wherever this thing took place, and they were like, "Oh, I sold all my biscuits," vendors. "Oh, I sold all my goods sold out. Oh, I've seen so many new people. Oh, I got some good business." They all happy, but then it drops down to nothing because there's no opportunities beyond. There's very little opportunity beyond agribusiness. So that's my research has told me over and over again. S-Man, there you are. Believe it or not, Kenya is a place where technology is at the forefront. And Pesa is the example. Yes, exactly. Kenyans are advanced, and things like internet sites are old now. Now, because everyone had a smartphone. Yeah, but you see now, like my site, like we have a site. We have a website, and I have updated it. Can you imagine? You see, you guys is late. Some of you guys have visited this website before, but I'm asking you, please, if you got a chance, tap that link and go to the website and see the improvements of the website now. I've been working on it. We got the photo links. The links and things are working now, and we're just gonna keep on improving, with your support. So when you support the channel, it inspires me, to continue. Now this website is created because you people supported this channel. $5, $10, you say it's like an African super chat. Oh, that was a good show. Here's some money. Beautiful. I'm not even gonna put the card up today because I don't want this show to be like I'm asking you for money, especially during the holidays. But I'm saying you can see results from this show. And another thing I want to say, you guys are not really asking me any questions. Talk about, I hear it can be a hassle swinging and buying land in public pay phones because nowadays we have cell phones in New York. The old pay phones were rebuilt and they are now maps and cell phone charges. There's no public phones in Kenya anymore. I saw that just disappear. I remember when I used to see people all over them, but now coming past the place every day for years, you just see like the whole, first it was abandoned, and then one time I went by, they had removed them. So it's just a little plot on the ground now where they used to be. And I remember the nostalgia that we have gone so far so fast. I think your idea of transition camp is great. Dangerous Dolly, thank you. Now I got another one for you. Okay, because I'm all about we've been talking about it offline. I don't know. I don't celebrate any of these like European holidays. Even me when I was there, brother, I didn't deal with them. I used to hate Christmas time. You know what I mean? Goddamn Santa Claus, fake ass guy. But anyway, I just go down. I see our people just running around and making fools of themselves. But that's all gonna stop soon. But anyway, I got another idea. I'm gonna put it in the chat line. Kenyans don't know nothing about this as much. Here it is. Bingo. I have put it in there. You see it. Some of you can read it. I think a roller rink would be booming. Now, I don't know if Duran Tate was the one who gave me the video on it, but I had mentioned it. And I have been mentioning this before. Because we got the hanging thing. Okay, we're going to have to close this out soon. But the new phone lets it doesn't hang like that for long. Just opened the skate rink in Nairobi. They just opened it. You lying. Chris Hamilton, you're joking. Somebody got my idea already, but I'm talking about in Mombasa, a tourist town. So you notice I said Mombasa, not Nairobi. But in Nairobi, they even got ice rinks. You know what I mean? People, so they got all kind of things there, bro. And they go empty a lot of the time because people got to work. But in Mombasa, in a tourist town, I think you can get, especially on Sunday. Have you seen how many people go to the beach on Sunday in Mombasa? Because that's the only pastime they've had for centuries. On every Sunday, everybody goes to the beach to look at each other and play around at the beach. The beach becomes very packed. But I'm saying if we open up a roller rink where people can come and sit and relax and watch other people skate, and people can skate and watch people fall, and we can play the nice soul music and the nice Kenyan music mixture, you know what I mean? And have another section for like bar and restaurant, and we can start pulling in people with money. I say like a birthday area for people to give birthdays. Parents can come in for free, but kids pay 50 shillings each kid. I've been doing all of the calculations and all of that, and boom, I think it can work. I have never stopped thinking it can work. Once we see that they accept roller skating, and there's many kids there that go, you see them on the street just roller skating on the middle of the street, the rollerblades. But and they, there's young people they want to show out and do their moves in the street. But I'm saying if you put them in a roller rink, where is that? I'm gonna put the link in for that roller rink. Video. Damn. Okay, I see one here. Images. No, I don't want an image. I want the video. And when I believe that the roller rink I gotta go back on YouTube. I believe that the roller rink lost its favor when black people started doing all those fancy moves, and white people was sitting in the audience and like they couldn't do those moves, so they became jealous of the blacks for being able to do that, and then they just like they try to get them out, like no blacks allowed because you show off too much and you take our girls away. Our white girls cannot look at you doing all those kind of fancy moves, and we can't do it. Here is, okay, and so check this out. Some of you probably seen it. It was sent to me by that's a roller rink, and I think that Africans would love this. And there's so many of them that we would have enough population. See, the black population is reducing, so therefore we don't can't support such things anymore. And now, people got to work 2 and 3 jobs. So really, how can they have time to go to the road? Not like before. What do you think of a sponsored program where those of us who can't make the move yet can sponsor others to make the move? Yeah, I think you should partner up, and that's another part of what I'm talking about, the camp. You know, and you know, and the website. You see, right now, you can go on the website and you can be like part of the website. And we're going to expand the website where you can get in, log in, and be privy to other activities that are going on. Keep it, try to keep it away from the haters. And one of the things about the website is that you can watch it. You can watch things grow. You can see action being taken. You can be interactive with what's happening here in Africa. You know what I mean? You can request a certain video, and I can interview certain people for you. And that just takes support. So yeah. So there are a lot of things that are happening, and I'm happy to say that did I hear that? Yeah. The growth of this channel is there with the see. We got a boost from when Phil came on to the show, and did the show with Phil, and then we also got a boost with Dinus Vermeer. Oh, I forgot to make a shout out to O'Shea Jackson. Thanks. Shout out to O'Shea. It's because of the different names. O'Shea. For the support. And I was sitting there thinking about that. So let me make sure I put some documentation that I have given him his shout out. O'Shea Jackson, O'Shea Jackson Show supports this channel. And I always appreciate that. But what? I can't believe it. We have been on for an hour already. That's just amazing. Are you guys? Well, how has that happened? That is interviewed the Nigerian man, and he said one of the Janet Jackson brothers wanted to build an amusement park with rides, but for one reason, it did not happen because it can't work. You can't take American ideas and put them into Africa. You know what I mean? It just can't work. Africans ain't the one to be getting thrown in the air and flipped over and go spinning through the air, and like Americans, they can like that, screaming and hollering because the roller coaster can damn near kill you. They love that. White people mostly, because I don't like it. And but black people ain't like that. We ain't got to go on the white person to be like, I went on that roller coaster, the triathlon roller coaster 15 times. I mean, I'm looking at it like, damn. What for? But that's them. But they're also reducing in numbers. They're also having problems with money. So you see, those kind of amusement park things don't work. Black people and Africans don't really go for the thrill ride thing. You got to live here like I have for you to be able to realize that based on seeing and experiencing. I've seen them build the Ferris wheel, and I got out of the car and went over there and watched it, looked at the line, how many people was on there, how much they was charging for the Ferris wheel, and the Ferris wheel don't spin no more because they was charging too much, and there wasn't enough people to get on there. Dollar Bill, there he is, man. Dollar Bill. Well, Dollar Bill, why are you not an administrator? An administrator. Yeah, shoot. This man needs some help in here. Young 10 again. Let me go back up here. Nigerians building news. Nigeria, we got business centers where small business owners, and you see in Nigeria, you got lots of people, and it's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be independent, and you got a lot of people that are not financially educated. They think they know money, but it's really they don't know money. That's the same everywhere, even in the United States. I'm not trying to put Nigeria down. I'm just saying that there is a need for more people that understand how wealth is created in Africa, and then how wealth is created in Nigeria, and then how wealth is created in Kenya, which is different. They all had a might not necessarily work in Nigeria. What works in Kenya's mass wealth may not work well in Nigeria. And the only way you can really do it is to come out and put it out there. Now I got businesses that I'm ready to expand. I even got contacts in Nigeria where I was going to send my league there, but it's too far, and there were some other issues. So yeah, but you know what we can do, man, roller rink and anything entertainment. You see, the problem is that you gotta have time. People gotta have the time and the money to spend, and couple that with tourists and people that are coming from all over, coming out to Kenya and to Mombasa. You see, like now, a lot of people, because of the high-speed railway, they can come here in 5 hours, and they come into Mombasa, they go to the beach, then what to do after that? That's nothing really else that's really out there, except the nightclub life. And many people come with families, and they can't do that nightclub life, so they end up walking around doing what? But when we got the roller rink in place, and I should talk about this online more, boom, they got it, and well established, and a family theme. You get them young kids in there doing the roller skating. Ain't no government official gonna come in there and talk about shut that down. You don't. When you got young kids having fun, like you can be sure you'll be okay. You know what I mean? The police commissioner, the OCS comes in there like, oh, this place got to be shut down, and they be like, man, get those son over there roller skating. And what? Little Juma, what are you doing here? Daddy, I love this place. Woo! Hey. Yeah. That place ain't gonna shut down. Put some kids in there, have a good. I got it all planned out. We're gonna have lots of kids, lots of activities for young kids. And when you put a young kid in there and the parents like it, oh my kid, let them do some skate backwards and give them some little trophies and ribbons every time they skate backwards. Oh, that thing is off the hook. Bowling alley. Okay, we had a bowling alley in Kenya, but it wasn't black owned. It was white. Indian owned, and they were charging too much for bowling, and they didn't care to reduce the price, so they let it fall. And then it was in a bad location. It was in Nyala, where there's very few people. But you put that there, we can put like 3 lanes in the rink. We could expand the part of the rink and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Can't do but try. But I'm saying you got to get that land, put that thing there. People gonna come. I guarantee that. If I had the money, I swear, I got the know-how, but I don't have the money. Get some investors here. I don't mind. I don't even really interested in the money part, but I just want to see the thing be successful. See them young Kenyan people roll around skating and bopping to the music. Damn. Then we turn around. We Black Americans turn around and give each other a high five. Boom, we did it. That's worth the whole price of admission. Go down in history. See, we did a roller rink back in the day. We're still jumping today. Yeah, I'm happy to support your channel. Dollar bill. Thank you. Yeah. So, bowling alley. Yeah. Do Kenyans bowl? No, I haven't seen them bowl like that. I told you. The bowling alley that was here, it didn't really hit off. It's not in Nairobi. But I think if the roller rink would work because it's not boring. You were seeing people running around the track and roller skating and dancing and like that. You can watch that for hours. But I mean, how long can you watch people throwing balls down the alley? It get boring real quick, real fast. Hey, I'm just getting here. My 2 cents plus. My sweetheart, I missed you. Yes, just getting here. So when you guys come to the chat and you're late, do you actually go back and start from the beginning and watch the show? I wanted to know that. Or do you just like, that's it where I'm at? Because I had said a lot of good things, I thought, today. I don't know if you guys thought it was the same, but I thought it was a good show. You got to go back and repeat it. So my 2 cents plus, yeah, we done talked about the NBA coming to Africa. You missed that out part, and what was that? That's another punch to the gut of the Negro in America when it is in there like we blacks in America, we for America, and then all of a sudden the NBA talking about we're gonna have a basketball league in Africa. Ooh, ooh. I know they'd be like, damn. Tone Talk, what you think about that? Where Tone Talk's at? He need to think about. Oh, so you're talking bad about Africa, but now the NBA is going to Africa, coming to Africa. What do you think? You're joking. Voice Watkins is there. You want to talk about investment? Bring you some uniform companies here and start doing some marketing on some different logos, promoting these teams. Yeah. So we also talked about opening up the roller rink. That's where you came in at, and we also talked about the life expectancy of America has gone down for the first time in its history, where African life expectancy has gone up. So are you in the right place, really? You keep listening to Trump, it's the greatest country in the world, and it's like, that's just like almost laughable. How you gonna say America's the greatest country in the world and then impeach your ass? And you're the one saying that the system is broken, So that's where we are. Lance Kelly, yes, okay. Yes, go back. Okay. Oh, you go back. Okay. Thanks. Thanks for that. I think. But okay, let me ask you this important question that I'm going to get off. Do you think our videos are too long, or is anybody else saying what I'm saying? Because I start talking, and I look up, it's like 30 minutes. Then I start talking. When I look up, it's like an hour. It goes so quickly. So am I talking too long? Because some of you had told me I should shorten the video. But the others have told me they like listening to the talks. You know what I mean? Because I give out new information. I make sure I give out new information on every video. Something new going to be there. Got to be. But what you mean, Dollar Bill? No, what? Because I'm not understanding. No, say no and then tell me what. Am I talking too long? Not long enough if you ask me. Wow. You see? That's almost better than somebody supporting the channel when you talk to me like that. Who is this lady? Is this a dangerous dolly? You're dangerous because you're making me love you. Comments like that. Trick, no, it's not too long. It's good info. Okay. Anyway, thank you, my 2 cents. For his telling me that. But I'm gonna definitely keep these videos at an hour length, and we do. But the chats are not long. Yeah. Okay. Not too long. Thank you. Okay. Well, we've been on an hour now. I think that people that come to see these things, and don't forget to support the channel and like. Everybody hit the like button so I can see the likes go up right now. Ding, ding, ding. Thank you. Mississippi 4589. Just keep doing what you do. Yeah. I'm gonna do that, but I like improving and becoming better. And on the issue of we're supposed to have a special guest from like 2 guys that flown in from the U.S., but they're not in Mombasa yet, and they're in the holiday section where the cities where they are there. But I think in early part of January, because this is right around the holiday, guys have come and then they're celebrating all over the place. But I think we're going to connect first week of January, and then we can sit down in front of the same camera and interview a Black American who has come, and get some interview him and get some good information. Young guy, and both of them are young guys. They just got normal jobs. They save their money, and then they fly over and spend like 3 months, do like that. But eventually, I want to tell you this: when you come to Africa, when you fly into Kenya and you spend some days here, when you fly back to the U.S., it's not going to be the same. You're going to not see it the same way. After you've been in Africa and seen everybody, all of the love and everything, and you see how people live, and you'll be like, and you fly back to the U.S. You're gonna come out the airport like spitting, damn, you know. And don't let nobody's white lady come up there talking about looking at you sideways. You're gonna be angry. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you looking at? I just got back from my motherland." They're gonna tell you, you nigga, go back home, and you be like, "Please, if you got the money for my next plane ticket, I'll be getting on the flight right now. I won't leave the airport. We're gonna go home. But if you got the money to send me back, give it to me. Watch me get on that next flight." That's the way you're gonna feel. You're gonna walk around saying that shit, and you're gonna see that thing on TV, and you're gonna start to realize, damn, this thing is brainwashing. Because they lied to you. And inside your subconscious mind is just gonna be like the lies. You're gonna be mad as hell. So get ready for that. And join us on the April 2020 trip. I think I put the link in there. I'll put the link in again. For you guys that are interested in coming, I told you it's an exploratory trip and a martial art trip mixed. They're two separate trips at the same time. And the price, don't quote me yet, but it looks like it's going to be like this much for 10 days in Kenya in 3 different cities. And it's going to be wild, man. It's going to be wild. Don't quote me on the price, but that's where we are right now for the total price. These people are charging $4,000 for a trip. Damn. I was like, what do they do with all that money? But this is a low budget trip just for exploratory business. Very comfortable hotel. All your meals are paid for. All your 7 days, your food and board is all taken care of, and your airfare for that amount 2 days for 10 days. Wow, you can't beat that. Somebody show me they can beat that. Direct flight. It ain't no like you gotta land over here and go over there. You gotta pass through Istanbul and go through Europe. No, from JFK to Nairobi. All you gotta do is get your local flight to your JFK. Get on that international flight. International flights are not like local flights. We will be talking about that. You got to be at the airport like 12 hours ahead of time. You got to make sure you got your luggage weighs a certain amount. Can't overweigh your luggage and So there are a lot of little things. Your passport got to be 6 months ahead before you can travel with it going internationally. Visa is on arrival, so all you need is your passport. Get on the plane ticket. Then when you get there, they're gonna give you a visa for 6 months. You know what I mean? And many of you would like overstay. 10 days, that's not long enough. Can I get my ticket to be postponed? Yeah, we give you an open return ticket. We already see you coming. And you're going to get the exchange rate money, and you'll be like, damn, I can stay here for 2 months, And this is all happening in April 2020. The deadline for this trip, the second deadline. We had the first deadline, and people was complaining. We moved the deadline from December 18th to now January the 8th. So what you need to do is go to the website, hook up with Keith Young, and tell him you want to register for the trip. You're going to pay $30 only, not $500,000, and register for the trip. And then when we get the set price, we get the numbers that we want, we calculate the price, and then we break it down into four payments. And you'll have time to pay each payment. That's how it works. That's how most of these things, international tours work like that. My passport is 27. I love Asia. You love Asia. Sure enough. Okay. You love Asia and you're black. Then you really ready for it, because you see in Asia you still gotta walk around people looking at you. You know what I mean? But in Africa it's like everybody's friendly. So it's like you can talk to anybody. You go to a brother walking down the street, you never seen him before. What's up, man? He's like, how are you? Or you go to them Jumbo, you see? And then you come to the realization that shoot, you start seeing these ladies walk by here, and you start your natural nature in a man just start coming out of you. You got some sort of space for a woman in your life. You know, all you got to do is see how. You know what I mean? How so many of us guys are just walking in the street and then, bing, there she is. And then there we go. This one stops working, and the one down here starts kicking over. You start following her around, you know, talk to her, giddy, go take her out, you know, impress her, and then slowly, you know, you get her. You see, and before you know it, you got a woman on your hand, and she got a baby on the way. That's just natural. Don't even be sad about it. That's just nature. How did I let myself be with that shit? It's just nature, but you can control it by saying no to the first three. That's the secret. No matter how they look beautiful to you, tell them no, mean it, and then like the fourth one is gonna be the one for you. Because one, or the fifth one, or the sixth one. Because once you be able to say no, you start looking for things to say no about. You know, then you can get the right one. I'm planning to stay at least 3 weeks and come back good when I sell my house. Oh, my 2 cents plus. You're not the only person that is saying that they got a plan to sell their house and use that money to establish themselves a secure income in Africa for like 3 or 4 years. But my sister, I don't know if you have been noticing the state of the American economy. You better hurry up and put that house on the market, because when the recession hit, houses is not gonna sell. Nobody gonna want to buy your car. You ain't gonna be able to put your shit on the front line, and people gonna be buying it unless you got it at a really cheap price. So if you're gonna do all that, considering the state of the American economy as I'm watching it and monitoring today, you better hurry up, because ain't no property gonna be sold. Look at the 2008. 50% of black people lost their homes. Does that mean like another 50% bought them homes? No. The foreclosure rate is high, and there are so many houses the bank has that are empty, and you see it all even in your area. People don't have money. So yeah, get rid of that. A house is a liability. It is not an asset. A house is a liability, is not an asset. Wrap your head around that. Rich dad, poor dad. Okay? That's simple. Let me put this guy here. Because let me tell you somebody you should be listening to. I'm gonna just get on one of these videos because the site is like here go on. This guy, I love what did I do? Oh, I love this guy, and he's a white guy, and he's from the South, and he said he grew up around rednecks. But you see, I don't hate white people. I learned not to hate them, but check this guy. He's called Grant Cardone, I think, yeah. Listen to his videos. He got a million of them. He put one on every day. He a millionaire, and he came from nothing, and you know, he wanted to commit suicide. He was a drug addict, and now he's a multi-millionaire dealing in real estate and other kind of things that he has created. You know, he says he's college educated, but I don't see that much. East African women are the best, true, even Ethiopians. I can't disagree because I'm married to an East African, so you know, what can I say? I say though, they not better than who? Shoot, I done had Black American, Creole, and African women from 4 different tribes, and yeah, African women are the best. So my 2 cents is saying, plus is saying, how do you know? And I'm saying, if you ask me how I know, I can show you the children that I got from those relationships, and you know, it was wonderful. Then it went, the woman changed. But anyway, I'm just a boring guy, so I don't blame him. I'm not boring. It's just I'm busy. You know, I'm doing jobs. I'm working. You know, but I never was no player. I was never like that. I always wanted to have a family. Now I got it. And now I'm wondering what's for dinner. No teaching. I talking about school bags or school materials. There's got so many children and they need. I'm telling you, my wife went today to buy my new school bags for my three kids. My youngest one is now going to school for the first time, and it's gonna cost me money. And so she went to buy the school bags. She normally buys the bags and stuff because I'm paying the tuition. But then I got a call. And she was like, I found a perfect bag, but I need extra money. So I'm like, what? I ain't got no money. But that's what I was saying in the back of my mind. But then I just shut up and pay. You know what I mean? I figure out where to get the money from later. And that's how my marriage works. You know what I'm saying? So I got a good backup storage. And I try to be prepared because I usually know when she's going to ask me for extra money. And the next thing is the shoes, and the next thing is the uniform. But my youngest was using her sister's uniform to go to, I don't know what they call it, holiday tuition, and she looks so cute. And she's like 4 years old, Zena. So she, you see her when she's born, you see her grow up. Now every morning. The kids are woken up and prepared and sent to school, and she decides one morning she wake up when they wake up and goes in the living room and stands there and watches her two sisters get prepared for school and then walk out the door. So she's like, she's home alone all day. The next morning she wake up early too. And when they grab their bags, she found a little bag and it's like no, just sit back, and then they go. She goes, The next time she's crying when they leave. The next time the house girl takes her with them, take her to school, let her work, let her go with her to take the kids to school, but then brings her back. So she get the whole point. But now, she a busy one. I went to see her in the holiday session, and my little kid is just running around from classroom to classroom, doing a little coloring and playing school. And so, come January, no more play. She might want to say, "Oh, I know what it's like to go to today's school. I don't want to go today. I want to oversleep." Get your ass out of that bed. School has begun for you for the next 18 years. Yeah, and that's part of raising a family, and you look forward to that. So I hope that's not a boring story, but I get to live that every day. I see her there. She's, little kid, 4-year-old, they're just kind of wandering in the eyes. They're just trying to figure out life, what's going on from one minute to the next. And you're sitting there and you're looking at them like they don't have no clue what's coming next. And, I just be there to prepare them best I can. So, my daughter is very cute. Must get it from the mom. Yeah, well, I got another daughter that looked like that daughter exactly from my Kenyan lady that I had in the U.S. She's also back here now. Our daughter is grown, and I got some beautiful girls. I got black ones, I got brown ones, and I got light-skinned not white ones, but light-skinned. So people are looking like, are these two their sisters? Yeah, chocolate and vanilla. So I don't know. It's weird, but it's life, and there's nothing to interfere with me raising my kids. And that's a beautiful thing. So, but Africans from America, they can produce African school bags. We don't need China bags. Them bags is from the U.S. What I saw. I mean, I don't know if they're made in the U.S. But she got some designer. The kids got different kind of bags. They have shapes and things, so they can identify their bag as different from their friends' bags. So you don't get here where you get a lot of bags all the same type. No, they all come with different bags. It's like a part of their little personality. They go show their friends. They're happy they got new bags. Some people got old torn bags. And it's just where kids are when they grow up. Look what I got. Then the next day, the other kid comes and look what I got. Oh man! Then I get the daddy. I don't like my bag. I need a new bag. And I'd be like, your friend got a better bag than you, and now you want to fleece daddy so you can get something that you can show off to her. No, keep that bag until it's finished. Okay, so I plan to buy a house and land. I'd like to farm also. I would not buy a house. A house is a liability, not an asset. Now this is a new thing, and it's going around all through even the U.S. is where it all started out and saying like, hey, kids don't need to go to college. College is a waste of time, and buying a house is a liability, not an asset. Because you can rent, like I do, take the extra money that you would have been spending trapped in equity, and then put it back into a business and let that business grow. So that's it in a nutshell for me. But we have this dream, and it's part of the American dream to have the house. So you got to really scrap that part out, man. You got to really realize that you're in Africa now. Those same kind of dreams don't work out the way you might think. So just gonna give you the information. Don't shoot the messenger. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming in today, and I'm gonna end this channel. Go home and get something to eat. Thank you guys. Don't forget to support the channel. I rent for a long period of time. You can rent forever. I rent since I got here. You know what I mean? And then what's so good about it is I see a really nice new apartment. I can just leave this one and go to that one. You know what I'm saying? You see, like you get another job and you get like, I'm tired. I got a job over here in, Bathsheba. And you're like, oh, not Bathsheba, but okay, it's like Saba. And then you can go look for a house apartment in that area. Move there and be close to the job. Save money for transport. But if you buy a house, well, good night. You guys stay there. You know what I mean? Like there's a brother here bought a house, bought land, built a house, and then went back to America. Now what's wrong? What's happened with that house? Can't really rent it out. Can't really sell it. It's just there. A waste. It's not making no money. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta watch your options. Listen to these people like Grant Cardone and Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Kiyosaki is ahead of his time. You know what I mean? You gotta watch. If you're gonna financially educate yourself on schemes on how to do business, you got to learn from the experts that's doing it. It ain't exactly their model that you got to follow, but they got some damn good ideas and work ethics that you need when you come here. Because they're gonna be places where you can make money and you got to work. You know what I'm saying? You can't be complaining about you got paid only this job don't pay enough, this business don't pay enough. No, you got to learn how to 10x that business like I did, and then expand it. Still doing it now. I'm getting older. I'm slowing down. I can see it, and I'm wrestling with that. Like, okay, what? I'm slowing down, and I need to make more money. So I look at myself like that. I'm working smart. I'm very interested in farming in Kenya and have many ideas. Kenya property market has been on fire. You ain't lying for a long time. Prices continue to rise. It is an asset as long as property is managed. Buying a house is not buying property. So you're trying to trick that conversation. You buy a house for yourself. That is a liability. Now you buy property and manage it to make money. That's what I'm talking about. Now the population in Kenya is doubling every 25 years. So if you bought a house somewhere and 25 years from now, it's probably double in value. But you still locked down with that equity in that house for all them years. You can't, and then you got to be around that house. You see what I'm saying? And that way you can't take advantage of other opportunities that come out in other areas. Be mobile. That's all I'm saying. Get that apartment, pay that cheap rent, and then move as you need to. Because I had to move from Nairobi to Mombasa. If I would have bought a house in Nairobi the first 6 years I was there, I'd be stuck. Be unhappy today, I can tell you, because the life I have in Mombasa is wonderful. Although I couldn't really afford to be here off of the money that I make only in Mombasa, I had to still go to Nairobi to make money. That's just me. You're Nigerian building news. You're the main make your you be making your landlord rich if you rent for long. You're gonna make the bank rich if you buy. This is that's what I'm saying. It's not all about the money. You gotta pay to live wherever you live. You know, you're gonna have to pay for the house. You're gonna have to pay to keep the house keep up. You're gonna have to pay to cut the lawn. You're gonna have to pay to fix the plumbing. You're gonna have to pay to fix the electricity. Anything go wrong in the house, you gotta pay. And those little payments, they add up. You're responsible for that. But if you're in a rented place, you just pay your rent, and somebody's gonna cut your grass, and somebody's gonna, you ain't gotta worry about all that. You can worry about other things, about making money. Okay, that is the American dream about owning a house. But it's really, I have owned a house, and I had to buy the electric clippers and an extension cord to go out in the front and trim my bush every 2 weeks. And then when I asked somebody how much they charged, it was so ridiculous. I just said I had to just go out here every 2 weeks and trim this bush. You know what I mean? Then I got fruit trees on the property, and the fruit falling on the ground, rotten. Who's gonna pick it up? You understand what I'm saying? I got a back house. It needs work. I keep looking at it, and I keep saying I'm gonna work on it. But it never came true. Never had a chance to work on it. And then what was I gonna get out of it? Because all my friends be jealous that I got a house. You understand what I'm saying? They don't come visit me. So you think you think you're gonna try to impress somebody because you got a house? Ain't nobody gonna be impressed. They're gonna be jealous, envious. Talk about you gonna give a party and then like 4 people gonna show up. We're like, damn, where everybody at? They're like, man, I don't wanna come to your house, dance when I watch you laughing in your house, and they ain't got no house. I learned that the hard way. I had a basketball court put up in my backyard for my friends to come over and play basketball. They came on my friend's bachelor party after that. Nothing. Couldn't get them over there to save my life. So I ended up selling it, putting myself through college, bought a motorcycle, and rented the house for 2 years. Rented an apartment for 2 years. It was wonderful until that money ran out. So yeah, I experienced that. No, that thing ain't like you think, man. You think you want to impress people with the house, but people ain't impressed like that. You know what I'm saying? So watch out. Or you get a friend and he got a better house. He buy a better house. And you are looking like my house is too small. You gotta get a bigger house. Yes, I'm a Rahh, but the price goes up. It's more stored for capital. The money you save from the equity and repairs of the house that you pay and that you don't pay when you rent, you can take. Let's say your rent is $500. You don't have a maintenance cost, but you take $700 and you put $200 away every time you pay your rent, and now that is like equity. You know what I'm saying? If you do it right. So they already did the study. I know you might be mad at me because I'm saying something that's unorthodox from your ears. But they didn't already did the study where they had little Frank and little John, and then one bought a house, one rented, and then and little John that rented came out on top because little John had a house, and the house got caught on fire and had some damage, and then he had to pay a lot of money for that, plus the house insurance. You know what I'm saying? Fire insurance like that. So when it broke down, the rent guy. Now I'm not saying I'm gonna say I haven't bought a house. What happened when you're 60 and you got the house? 70 years of age. It's nothing like being 70 and 80 years of age. You got a big ass house and your kids don't come visit you enough. I had my house. I had a 3-bedroom house, and I had a 3rd bedroom. Never got slept in. It just said I go walk in there every 2 weeks and look at it, then go walk out. It's like I was got all this extra space and nobody to use it. So I would buy and build so that I could rent the property. Yes, if you look at my other video, I was showing you how the shops were in front, and then behind the shops was a house, and they built that house off the money they got from those shops, and they survived off the money from the renting of those shops. So yeah, it ain't nothing new. I would buy and build so I could rent the property. Yeah, so you can make money with it. You know, there you go. Think about making money. Turn that liability into an asset. Don't buy just a house because you want a house. Hell no. A house ain't. Yeah, maintaining a house ain't easy. When your neighbors don't maintain theirs, and that's another thing. You know, the neighbors. That shit is sick. You could just ruin you. You know what I mean? You don't get along with your neighbors. You know, they blasting music, and you want to call the police, but goddamn, the next day they still gonna look at you with an evil eye. Your dog goes poop on their land, and then they all mad at you. You gotta get that dog off my land. I pick up this shit that your dog leg. Shoot. I'd rather rent, man. These renters, they know to keep to themselves. The building, you don't even have to call or talk to your neighbor. You just go call the building people and they come and tell them keep the music down. God damn it. Yeah. Told you. I just since African houses are mostly fenced off, you're not no business with your neighbor's property. You guess. You think. Okay. Let me leave that one alone because see now I'm touching people because they had this dream of the house all their life, and now I'm in rise telling them that you need to rethink that. When I was a child, I thought like a child, but when I became an adult and realized I put foolish things away. I'm black and a Buddhist. Good for you, bro. Come. We got Buddhist temples here in Kenya and Mombasa. Create business. Yeah, everything got to be money. Everything got to be money, man. Don't joke around. Some people are here talking about I want to build a house. I want to buy a house when I come to Africa. Like you trying to floss like you got money to buy a house in the chat line, and you ain't got no secure income in Africa. So how you gonna talk about buy a house? You know what I'm saying? Get here first. You want to impress me? Stop being a Negro. Get your ass on a plane and fly over here. Pay that $30 for the registration fee on April 2020, and then tell all your friends you're going to Africa. Get the mindset right. Do some action. You know what I'm saying? You're in a bad position, and then you got the bad habits to go along with it. America fall down today. You're trapped. You're damn near trapped. So many of these people are trapped already. They can't come. You know what I mean? So stop untrap yourself. Do it for your kids. All that is going on around me, black people. Yeah. So I'm in my house. I'm in Africa, so I'm here in my house, and my kids got friends. So the neighbor's kid, he don't know no better. He's just, they are for school holiday. They like 7, 8 years, 6 years old. So he just walk into my house. Without saying that, just walk in, sit down on the couch across from me, and just start staring at me, And it's the neighbor's kid, but my kids do the same thing. They go there, sit in their house, and do the same thing. So my wife walk in, oh, how you doing, Peter? And they walk on around like it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, I'm from Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? So this shit is affecting me. So I'm looking at the kid. The kid keep looking at me. Every time I make a move, he's like fascinated. I know it's just a thing in his mind. He don't know what he's doing. But I'm from LA. A strange kid coming to my house and they start staring at me, sitting on my couch. Damn. So I'm like, finally I'm like, Peter. It's like, he's in like a daze. And the kids is taking a bath, go home. I want to tell him go home because if I go home, tell him go home, then he'll go home and then if dad like, what happened? What happened? He said, what did that guy say? He said, go home. Oh, then they get it all out of context. So I bit my tongue and just let the boys stare. But funny, you know what I'm saying? It's funny. Africa is different. So If it was my house and I bought my house and it was my neighbor, now the kid comes sitting in my house, I can't say shit. I got to be very careful. I can tell the boy get the hell out of my house, and then I got to move to. I can move to another apartment somewhere, rent some other place. You got your house there. That's like a feud. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, you don't see the kid coming to your house at all, nowhere. Come play with your kids, nothing. And you start seeing the neighbors, they start not looking at you. You be like, damn. So it's bad. But that's not the African way. So I follow those African rules. I'm okay. I like what you're doing, but your message about Ghana is off. Oh, still, David, you're still around. You said I like what you're doing. Your message. You're not talking about what the talk. You're not talking about the actual information. And you keep trying to pull me into you, your, me. It ain't about me. It's about which one is better for a first-time traveler to Africa, Ghana, or Kenya. Now, I have stated the reasons why Kenya is better than Ghana for the first-time developer. You tell me how Ghana is better. Kenya is more developed with less rooms to grow. Ghana is less developed with more room to grow. Okay, fine. You're right. Good for you. You figured it out. Everybody should go to Ghana because there's more space. Okay. Now I'm just doing this because you're not really bothering me. I just love the debate, and I know I can get to you by making you think you're getting to me. But in actuality, it's kind of boring. I did the research, and you're attacking me, and not the realities of the situation. It's not about the space. It's about the number of people that got money in their wallets walking around to go buy from you and purchase your service. You've got to know how business ideas work in Ghana. Like Ghana got its own car manufacturer, and they got one little factory. They ain't selling the cars. People not buying the cars. Why is that? You see? Is it because people don't like the car, or because people are proud of the Kantanka in Ghana? Even me, I'm proud of it. But why ain't the car selling? You see? The guy built a car, manufactured it in Ghana, but the police department goes out and buys Toyotas as they service vehicles. The president came and went and did a factory with Toyota after he went to Katana and was like, okay, you guys got nice cars. And I even supporting it. Now here's all more information I never said before, but I'm putting it out there for my research because you keep fooling with me. And anyway, I love a hater. Anyway, David, you are my guy, but we just disagree. David, you are my guy. And if I had money to send you a ticket to come to Kenya, did you not see that African guy? I forgot his name. He came to Kenya. He's a Ghanaian blogger. And shoot, I don't know how to get it. Somebody help me out. What's that guy's name? That Ghanaian guy, blogger. I don't know. Shoot. Came to Kenya. I can't find it. But he came here, he was walking around with Miss Trudy, and he was saying that Kenya was wild. He never thought that. Now, Wadi Maya, what's his name? Yeah, no, that's not him. Not this guy. Not this, I'm Moya, that guy. Not him, it was another one, a young guy. But Moya came here, and what pissed him off was he was busy taking pictures and videos of Kenya every which way, and the police stopped him and told him he couldn't take pictures. So that kind of put him off, But why was he taking pictures? Because he was like, damn, I can't believe this. He was like, he's not paying attention. You don't go around the parliament of Kenya taking photos and you just like that. And the police gonna come out and get you, You know, so I had mentioned that in another video. Not I'm one there. I'm one no, not that guy. It was a recent guy, Nappy. I think it's Nappy. Let me see. I'll find that video. Ghana. Let me see if it's Nappy. Yeah. Yeah. That guy. Now, where Nappy in Kenya? Wait a minute. So you see, Nappy Briggs in Kenya. It's even here on. They've been doing this. Kenya don't see on TV. Nappy Briggs said about Kenya will shock you. Here it is. Okay, David, this for you. Please check this video out. What Nappy said about Kenya will shock you. Oops. Huh? I'll put this in the link here in the chat box. What Nappy said about Kenya will shock you. Now, notice I'm not saying nothing about David. You know what I mean? I'm just putting out the information. I ain't saying that David, you got bad habits. I never said nothing about that. I'm showing you data and information from people that have been here themselves. So when you start talking about I'm, you're just directing your hatred towards me because I keep giving you information that makes what I'm telling you supports what I've been telling you. So please, people, let's kill it. Yeah, Nappy Briggs, he came to Kenya. I never seen no place like this. This is wow, you know? So don't ask me if I have been to Ghana. Ask yourself, have you been to Kenya before you start criticizing what I'm saying? Do you think they are in Kenya and they could talk against Kenya? What are you talking about? Stop that propaganda. Here go another one. Frank. Okay. Now let me show you right here. Do you think, you gotta stop? That's that's haters. You're not thinking about the message I'm talking about. You're only looking at me. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can't make a statement and start talking about what Amin said. You got to talk about Amin. Amin did this. Amin did that. You don't know what you're talking about. You see, that's all. We don't play the game. I have seen the video. Okay, that guy is a villager. Okay, his heart being exposed to anything. Okay, Amin, I do not hate you. I think. Okay, so I didn't know he was a villager. But of course, Ghana got lots of villages. So it matters. I think we can agree that there is some merit in what I'm saying. Let's just leave that at that. Keep asking me about Ghana because this channel got so much more that is discussing besides the Ghana. Okay? And I don't want you to miss out on that because you start thinking like, I'm gonna hate Ghana. I can't believe anything he say. That's pretty bad. You are in Germany. He is in Africa. He's different. Jumbo Amin. Larry J. Bride. You came, buddy, but I've been on for over an hour and 45 minutes. I'm getting ready to get off. But they tell me you guys do go back and look at this shows, and I hope you do get a chance to go back and check it out. So, last comment, anyone? Let me ask you a similar question. Why is it most African Americans goes to Ghana more than Kenya? It's because of lack of knowledge and Western propaganda information. Now, I saw a video today, something about Vogue Ghana, and it was just about like a music video, like a music rap video talking about, but it's like, showing like, okay, this is Ghana. And then the guy comes out in this really expensive apartment. This is what I like, showing you all of this. Like, I'm surprised they didn't throw money in the air, And they put out these things and they get your mind like making believe like Ghana is something more spectacular than ever. I don't know if you guys seen it. I don't want to go back now and start checking, but it's go, God. And yes, I do my research. I want to be proven wrong. And then the second thing you do, David, I saw a comment. I have seen the video. The guy, the messages are being held back because it's silly. And the next thing you do is you try to go look for damaging videos on Kenya. The Kenya army man gets shot and killed, murder in the streets of Nairobi, and then you start talking about that, trying to put bad things on Kenya, as if there's not bad things that happen in every country in the world, including America, including Ghana. So this is weak, man. Get over it, okay? But that's why they're going to. That's why they're going to Ghana. They don't know no better. Because even the people that I have interviewed and the guys that come from Ghana to Kenya, say they didn't know. Which is prompting me to explain to people this reality. So at least the people on this show will have a point. And then that people like David is just showing you what I'm saying is right. He can't say why Ghana is better. He can only talk about me. Then after he finish talking about me, they're going to start talking bad things about Kenya. And like people won't pay attention to that. You're just wasting your time. Just came from Rwanda. The main reason is because the Ghanaians were the biggest African group to come to America other than Nigerians. We have a relationship, hence my name being Kofi. Okay. That's fine. But I'm not talking about whether you go to the country or not. I'm saying economically, when a person first comes to Africa and they want to learn all about Africa, it'd be better to come to Kenya than to Ghana. Now, if they go to Ghana and they like Ghana, that's fine. I have no problem. Ghana's promoted more, yeah, and that's why I suspect that anything that's dealing with white people promoting a country or allowing it to be promoted like that, yeah, I suspect. And all those people that got land, let's see what happens. You know. So is it a publicity stunt, or is there going to be an industry developed that's going to let African Americans make money? You need people, many of them, to make money and make wealth. And if you only got Accra that's populated like that, then it's only so much money that can be made. You can't if you got 50,000 people. And I'm not saying it's 50, it's more people in Ghana than 50,000. But let's say 50,000 people, and then you got a business. So you got your customer base ends at 50,000. Now, if you go to another place and there's 2 million people, obviously your base is wider. You got more opportunity to make more money. That's all I'm saying. You know, I'm making you think. I don't care if you don't believe me or not. I don't care if you believe me or not. I told you in my last video, I don't care what people think about me. You think I give a care? I forgot to mention that thing about the roller rink. You know, we were talking about building a roller rink here earlier. And I remember when I learned how to skate backwards at the roller rink. And I'm there and I'm falling. I didn't know how to skate backwards. I always was afraid. And I see people skate backwards and I was like, I gotta try. So this one day I said, damn, I'm gonna go. And I was with my friends, my buddies. So I started skating backwards, bam, falling down, boom, they just busted out laughing. You know, I'm like, I gotta get this, you know. And then slowly but surely, they wasn't laughing anymore because I learned how to roller skate backwards. You know, I just failed, got up, kept trying, failed, got up, kept trying. I didn't care what people thought about me for that time, that day. And that day, I learned how to skate backwards while all my friends was there laughing at me. You know what I mean? I could have just quit, or I wouldn't even got on the floor because I know Clifford and Greg is just ready to go. You know. I said I fell down the first time. They started busting out laughing. And I got back up, tried again, fell down. They laughed even more. And I said, fuck it, I don't care. I'm going to get this, you know. And shoot, after about 30 minutes of falling, I started picking it up. And I, you know, felt so good when I started rolling backwards and could control it, you know. So I don't care. You know, I done fought in over 400 tournaments. Put my face on the line in the ring in the middle of the room with a lot of people watching me. Can lose at any time. You don't just jump in the ring if you ain't really prepared to lose. You know, you see these guys, they lose and they're like, nah, I was cheated. You know, when I lost, even if I was cheated, I just kept quiet. I'm like, okay, next time we're gonna see, you know. So I'm not about what people think about me. So you're gonna get on the chat and I talk about I'm in you, I'm in you. You think joking, man. I'm 60 years old. You think I give a shit? I don't. What you think? Nah. I just play with you. I used to be like 10 years ago, I used to be on there and woo, I was debating people left and right, whooping their ass. So they crying on the show. The other day, we got talking about, oh man, if you don't apologize to me, I'm gonna call the police and have them arrest you. You know, you don't know me. Anyway, what about blocks? What do you mean by blocks? What do you mean by blocks? Coming 601 back, but you have to buy sand and mix it wood, expensive. Blocks depends. Okay, hand cut versus machine cut. Hand cut is around 25 cents each. The machine cut is around 45 cents each. Saying, oh, you guys are talking to somebody else. Okay, each other. I love that. But I'm getting ready to close this out because I'm really dying. I'm hungry here. This is a 2-hour show. It's just a chat. So anyway, thank you guys for coming on the show and giving me some good information. I'm happy to share with you guys in the chat. I seem like I can last longer than you guys, but I'm gonna end it now. Till the next time we meet. Peace.